Yesterday's open mat was quite busy. And let's see, it was the last day for legs. So leg attacks, leg defense, wrapping up yesterday, moving on tomorrow to closed guard. Starting to cycle back over again. So we got Max and Jordan starting us off here. Me and Aries. Pinball, what's up, bro? It's funny, standing with Aries is it's cool because he has a judo background, and like 3 times before we even hit the ground, I could just immediately tell that I was in a terrible position and he could have just launched me. Just too upright, even with like a deep underhook, and he just could have just like hit an Uchimata with a whizzer or something to put me down. But he was kind and didn't. We've got Justin and John, Cole and Luke. That's Jordan. Jordan the cab driver. Tried to hit a little sacrifice there. Blocking the hips. Damn it. Trying to pause. Blocking the hips because I was afraid of him getting his hips underneath me as I'm kind of like hinged over in this position. His head isn't really in a great spot to do much that I could think of, but still just being cautious, looking for my setup, start weighing down on that overhook, get that wrist control before I go to try to prevent him from planting and shutting down my attempt here. So little Sumigashi, but he spins out of it quickly, and I have to settle for this triangle attempt. And John, who I also just found out is a brown belt in judo, I guess a 3rd degree brown belt, setting up his own takedown here. This, what would that be? I mean, this is kind of, I don't know, pinball. What, you know what that would be? Because he's not like lifting for the Uchimata. It's almost like a Tayatoshi a little bit, but he's not like lowering his level for it. Guy on the right is not here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I should use my arrows. Looking right here. I don't know. Just curious. I don't know what you'd call that one. Guy on the right's not here. Stupid music isn't playing. You know, I try to keep this stream entertaining. We're just gonna put it on a bigger playlist. All right. Anyway, sorry if I missed something. What's up, James? Yeah, Cab Drivers is he's actually Cab Driverson is his surname, son of Cab Driver. How did Jordan and Max get to the ground here? Jordan with a similar, kind of a similar takedown, less of a, this almost looks like more of a lateral throw. Less of the, well, no, I guess he does gets a tripping foot in here a little bit. Just gets Max upper body really going. Down, shelving the leg, making it hard for Max to turn back in as he settles into side control. Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I don't know if I get this triangle or not. Yeah, he looks like he's pressuring out of it. How you doing, Caleb? You're a sumo, Yoshi. You should probably call it a Nogi Tayatoshi. This is a hand. Oh, I never thought about it that way. That's, I guess it makes sense though. It's in that like family of hand techniques. Steven making a Saturday appearance. I wonder if he's going to be on stream. He said he had a pop-in Saturday open mat. So we got him and Cooper here. Cole looking for a repeat of some of his sweeping work we saw him do the other day. Milo got a nice scramble and he gets me quick. No, I want to see the scramble. Scrambles are fun. Did you guys... Kind of looks like at the start. He pulls... Looking to scoop past that leg. When you do that, Cole, get his knee at your shoulder. Not like ankle at the shoulders. He's just gonna like bow his knee out here. Like right here, his knee is pointing in this direction here, and it's just gonna get in the way of your pass, right? You haven't really gotten around the leg, so try to hike that knee up under your shoulder. I mean, obviously, you know, be mindful of where your other arm position is. Like, you don't want to put yourself in a triangle, but that's the makings of, like, you know, double underhook passing on the legs, or, you know, scoop grip, if you want to call it that. And he sets up his triangle, which is pretty miserable. All right, Steven setting up his Kimura from standing, which he loves to do. Stacks. What's shaking? All right, we got Coop and Steven. A little leg lock shootout. Looks like straight ankles only. Justin was trying to work a kipping escape, but didn't go as planned. Let's look at this. So from here, right, this is the right idea, the right intention. John's heavy on his hands. Justin really want to get the weight one way or the other. That's where an initial bridge to the side comes into play. That tends to make the kip a much higher success, like a higher success rate, right, for the kipping escape. So just doing this, you know, kicking the legs around. If you want to see how not to do it, watch me do it. I do that plenty of times. Even recently on stream, I've been terrible with them. But now, with those hands at the hips and no real off balancing being done, no Kazushi or anything to get John putting his hands heavy one direction or the other, he says, well, I'm just going to strangle you. So he throws in on a guillotine, since he's got the choice of where to distribute his weight, and starts to lay one on. Kind of surprised he didn't get it here. I don't know if he was just letting Justin work or what, but that did look tight there for a second. I've not looked at the teen rules yet. Let me write this down, because I will forget. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, John looking for a twister here? Is he? Kinda? Hold on one second. So if we look here, sets up single hook. So small point, and like there are probably guys way better than me who could pull this off. This leg configuration that John has, where the triangle is on the outside, that's not how you typically do a traditional lockdown or scorpion lock or whatever you want to call it. You would switch the legs. So this leg, his right leg, would be over top inside, like just a standard hook, and then he would be setting up a lockdown on the inside of the legs. Whether or not that removes the strain of a lockdown, I'm not totally sure. Like I said, I'm sure somebody in the 10th Planet world could probably correct me on this and school me on it. Now the only thing stopping him is he's got to get his right arm in front of Justin's arm, but behind the head. I don't know if he has that. I think, yeah, Justin has his arm in the way here. It's a really Weird little position you gotta snake into. Luke is like a China and a bull store. Nailed it. Things are good, Stacks. Just been training hard, prepping for this stupid competition, getting my ass kicked by white and blue belts all the time. Who did a knee lever? Caleb. I didn't see it. You could look at Coopster. What's Coopster doing? Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, Cooper could look himself, but that's what coaches are for, right? Try to ankle pick Aries. That didn't work. He's ready for it. John back on a deep guillotine here. How did Aries get me down? Oh yeah, he hits a nice little gator roll. Oh, I hit a knee lever? I don't remember. Where did I do it? Oh, right here. Yeah. Yeah, that was also really heavily influenced by a push on the hips. I can't give all the credit. I think you're doing knee levers probably better than I am right now. Couldn't care less. Clear. So yeah, pinball. What I think may have happened there, and again, not having seen your footage or anything, I'm just spitting from off the top of the head. But I find that position, if you don't fish your arm like to the right spot, like when you have an underhook, like John has an underhook here, and then tries to go behind the head. I don't think that twists the spine anymore. Twists the spine very well. But when you bring your arm from an underhook position but behind the head, it's almost like a clinch, but you're on the side. I feel like that puts the most strain on like the neck and the spine. Again, you may have been doing that, so I have no idea. But that's a common thing that I see people having trouble with when they're going for twisters, myself included. When I was first trying them. Forgot where we were. Play it from here. Oh, Stacks, you're talking my language, dude. I'm not the oldest, but I am among the lightest. Some of the newer guys who are lighter than me, they're way taller than me, so they have that going for them. They could triangle me like crazy. Cooper here is getting crazy with darces, which is not fair because I can barely do them. All right, active round. I'm aspiring to that. I'm always trying to put on weight. Danny not looking to play with Andre's standing. It's a nice active throw by here. I don't know if Tommy, if you're watching, I know you and I talked about throw bys earlier. Said I'd try to point some out to you. This is a little more. This isn't exactly what I was talking about with you, but watch what Andre does as he's controlling the legs. You know, feints a little bit, gives Danny a few things to think about, and then commits. He really holds on to the legs a while there and gets Danny completely turned. You don't have to do it that way. I'm not saying Andre did it wrong, but you know, you throw those legs by and you're the one deciding when you're going to move, so you get to step in and close that distance at the right time. And Andre quickly making his way right into mounts. Amy looking for Jordan's head to rip it off and put it on a stick, but Jordan is starting to smash, looking to protect. Cole, who are you going with? Oh, you're going with Justin. Quick to the straight arm. And the double biflex. Double biceps flex. Big hook sweep there. Landing almost into mount. And then now that's what I like to see. Not letting that underhook go to waste. Taking your time to get the extension. And then rubbing it in his face afterwards. The guillotine defense killer. Just smash from within the close guard. That could kill you. Oh, you wanted to see legs, Cooper. The teen rule set for legs. All right, I'll look it up tonight. Probably not, but I'll tell you that I will. I love and hate Naga's rulebook because it's 120 pages long. But it does spell out a lot of things that people always ask, so it is a good thing to look over. If I need mods for this chat, I actually have thought about that. I'm not entirely sure. You won't be one of them, Caleb. I can guarantee that. Just did a sweep on Justin. Oh, so the big bridge towards him. Actually, not even a big one. That's super subtle, which I really like. Like, it's right there. You could see your knees pushing this way, your feet pushing off the mat. That's the setup. We highlighted this last time. I think, Cole, when you did it last time, it was a bit more, maybe even a bit more movement, like a bigger bridge. And here it didn't need to be. You did exactly what you need, which is kind of, for any white belt who's like, how do you guys not get tired? It's just little efficiencies like that kind of build up through experience. Cole maybe. Cole is often going to or from the gym during this stream, so I need someone who's going to dedicate their life around my schedule to moderate the chat. So you guys let me know if you're down for the cause. We're never gonna get that big. I don't even know why I'm entertaining this. Looks like you can do straight ankles and knee bars. All right, I'd like to see you hit some knee bars. Yeah, I will, man. I promise. And yeah, either leaving the gym and or getting pizza, not necessarily mutually exclusive. Steven, let's see, you got Steven and Ben. Has Amy made her way to the back? I think so. Yeah, all right, cool. So a little step over into mount for Amy. As Jordan turtles up, setting her hooks in, getting nice and secure. Looks like she's looking for a strangle there. What did Ben and Steven are getting scrambly for a little scissor sweep action maybe? Oh no. It's Ben's like, oh yeah, there it is. Okay, that was a nice quick move from Ben, coming from this bottom half guard position. Watch the quickness with that bottom leg. Right out, hits the scissor. Steven's ready for it though, but it gives Ben an opportunity to try to heist up. I like that Steven chased him down, holding on to that leg. It looks like he's trying to go back for a leg attack. Ben denies it. Justin, I think if you were going against somebody your size, you probably would have been able to get a sweep at that. It was a little explosive, which, it can be tiring, but it can work. But Cole just can bear down, and we're going to have 6 headbangs right here. 6 concussions all at once. Does Josh still show? I don't know, man. He has it frequently, and I give him shit about it just as frequently. He's a big shot now. Yeah, he's a bad golfer. He's left jiu-jitsu completely and just plays golf. Hell yeah, man. I think a few of us are here. Just pasta and pizza. Pinball, how did you like his how did you like his performance against Souza, and then how did you like his post-fight performance on the mic? I could only make it through about 30 seconds of it. It was absolutely cringy. Well, Joe, you need carbs. Steven got a really good guillotine. I might have went out briefly and came back. Mikey Mitsubishi diet. Did Steven already get the guillotine? We'll skip ahead. Looks like it's coming. Danny coming out the back. That was a really, really nice escape. Let's see if you could do something with this. And we'll go back. Look in here. All right, so this is kind of dangerous. You know, this is that over back. You know, you've heard Craig Jones call it reach around guard or octopus guard or whatever. I do not advise doing this from 3/4 mount. It looks like Danny. I can't tell their white ass legs apart. There we go. All right, so this is Andre's knee. So his knee is captured. If that knee was not captured and Danny goes to do this, Andre gets a really, really easy back take. So this is a matter of, you know, inches here that we're dealing with. So Danny goes for it and barely has the upper hand. I'm glad he can make that work. At the beginning of the round. I said he needs carbs because of his stupid workload that he puts out and makes me feel like I'm out of shape. It's at the beginning. All right, I'll go back and find it. I totally missed it. The chat is just too engaging. I'm missing everything, which is why I need you guys to watch. Yeah. When fighters start talking about like disrespect, I just have a hard eye roll and then mute until the next fight. Who's that moderator? All right, let's go find this guillotine real quick before the round ends. Ah, here we go. Interesting. So from half guard, it's hard to see where the arm. So we're looking here. All right, uses it for a sweep. Yeah, the toughest thing about this is just this grip here. You know, Danny wants to get, or I'm sorry, Steven wants to get to a closed grip around the neck. He has to decide if he wants an arm in guillotine or not, which no one likes an arm in guillotine. Or at least I don't. But yeah, that I'm sure that made it. That was like the main thing that stopped this from going for the finish, or for him getting the finish. I'm sorry. The other thing about this, I know Matt does these really well. These 5-finger guillotines. I've never been able to do them very well, but it can make somebody move. But because I see Steven's elbow is up pretty high, tells me the grip isn't super deep, but probably troubling if he has like the chin strap grip and is tucking the head in like he is. But I absolutely love that he used it as an opportunity to get a sweep. It's like the second best thing you could do with a good deep submission attempt. And then for everybody competing at Naga, that very well may have gotten Steven, a point. right? It wasn't super deep. The hands weren't connected, but the ref definitely could have awarded him a point for that. There was a standing guillotine. What the hell? Didn't let him connect the grip. I got you. What is happening? Look at what I just did. Grip on that sweep was low, not the neck. Sorry, we'll go back. I'm getting caught up. Oh, you guys are silly. I missed a standing guillotine somewhere. And Cole, I don't know. Cole, do you have any idea where in the round it happened, time-wise? There was a standing guillotine earlier, maybe? Oh, Amy. Oh, okay, here we go. Nice little same side snap down. You just pick her up. Same thing though, similar comment, right? Elbows high. It's like elbow is above the ear. Typically in a really good guillotine, we want to see the elbow at the point of the neck, right? But it'll give your opponent something to think about. And then if she got her hooks in there, she may have been able to get a little Tomonagi or something. Cole, who you with? You're with Justin. I mean, I looked at one of your sweeps earlier. I don't know which sweep you're talking about, man. Yeah, I like that she tried it too. Towards the end of the round. So Justin gets a sweep. Let's point that out real quick. Which is interesting. He's going to the side where he doesn't have the arm controlled. I would expect him to go in this direction for the sweep. Oh, okay. I got you. So just after that, little body lock grip. So if this, Cole, I think this is what you're referring to. Let's see how this plays out. Because this is a little, so far this looks a little different than what you and James, what we were highlighting with you and James last week. And it's minor. It's just, it's a matter of, like you said, hand position being a little bit lower down the body. And then also your leg position and like how where you're working from. So I would not consider this a double underhook sweep just because, like, I think about that in terms of a seated guard. You're on your butt, you have your butterfly hooks in, and you have that, you know, that high grip like we were talking about. Here you're on your side, you're playing bottom half guard, but you have a body lock grip. So it's, you know, more akin to like, it's not like a body fold, which is a standing, you know, a standing takedown. Justin is really, you know, he's not doing himself any favors here. Like, he's not basing out. See that he puts that shoulder frame in to try to probably relieve some of the great big hug you're giving him, but that doesn't give him any base in this direction. His foot is tucked. You know, he doesn't have that hand out there. So this is really just a matter of like you've kind of tied him to you, and if you can heist up, you get a sweep. I'm not even sure what kind of sweep I'd call it, other than maybe a body lock sweep or something. But yeah, slightly different from what we saw last week. Yeah, I mostly just make up my commentary anyway. I don't know what I'm talking about typically. You guys, look at this. This is experience at play. And yeah. I am not dealing with Andre, says Steven. Got Cole and Luke over there on the side. Ben going with John. That should be a fun one. Victoria and Jordan. I didn't get to train with Olivia. I was super bummed. We'll get the next one, Olivia. Me and Max. Max about breaks my knee. Can't wait to look at that. With a takedown. In fact, probably that same Ukigoshi that we were talking about, pinball. On my bad knee, no less. It was my own fault. So, standing guard break from Andre here. Gets out just in time before Steven can wrap his legs back up again. Did John get the takedown here? That is, I like that shot. He just gobbles that leg up. Gets on a good angle. Gets behind Ben here. It looks like he's starting to lay some just downward like chest pressure into the leg. Kind of like running the pipe from standing, but since he's in a kneeling position, just without the mobility. Ben grabs something similar to like an anaconda grip. Jesus Christ. I like it when the chat is active, but I just can't keep up tonight. Where are the mods? I don't know mods. It's not broken. It's just hanging on by a few threads. Andre's... After what I did to you, Caleb, I won't give you any crap for not buying a sub. Andre wanted that. So setting up the straight ankle here, stepping to the hip. This is great, Andre, because you will not be allowed to reap. So this is a good automatic detail I'd like you to have. Can't take that leg over. Might be getting close, but that's fine. We'll let it be. Steven, as much as I hate to compliment him, is not one to go into a straight ankle shootout with. I feel like I probably lose 9 out of 10 of these battles with him. Just because I'm not willing to take pops like Peters is, or Luke. But Steven can lay it on pretty quickly. What's Olivia doing to Cole over here? Little re-roll. Passing into mount. There we go. Get the foot wedge in. Good stuff. She guillotines you. Guillotine from mount, I take it. He went for... yeah. Yeah, I only shoot out with Steven if his pistol is blanks. She threw up her version of the double biceps on Cole. So there she locks up her guillotine and finishes it from mount. Looks like she's getting a nice twist into it. Cole gives her the verbal. Nice. Jordan with the sweep on Victoria. But Victoria with a pretty high guard here. Looking for possibly an omoplata, maybe a gogoplata if she wants to get pretty wild with it. Now she's kind of giving up her guard. Not completely. She got the bottom knee in, but it's going to be a hard recovery. Is this where Max put me down? I'll give him his credit here when he does it. Because it was a really good takedown. Okay, no, that was just him snapping me down. There's the shootout. Okay, we're back. She punched me in the face with this. Good. It has taken a number of blows lately. Joe's pieced him up a couple times. Okay, Cole gave me a fat lip the other day, taking my back, so you guys can punch him all you want. No. If only we had someone to moderate me. Let's see. I got Max here in a straight ankle. Is there anything worth pointing out here? I guess the only thing I really see that I'd like you guys to play around with if you're playing this game. Yeah, there we go. You could kind of see it. Getting stacked when you're in outside Ashigarami, your best bet is to just take a straight ankle grip and start to work your off balances from there. This grip is going to prevent Max from pulling his heel back to, you know, be in line with his other leg. It's not always a sure thing. You might get a real strong guy who can just rip his leg back. But this is the best way to maintain while you have lost the attacking threat, if that makes sense. And then now from here, my legs are in a position that puts, it's better for me to okay, we can see me make the switch. It's better for me to heel hook from that outside Ashigarami once I can get my my heel exposure, but I don't want to heel hook Max. It's, you know, he's not competing, so it doesn't really make much of a difference as far as comp prep goes, but I'm also just trying to be nice. So you'll see me do a switch with my leg position where I actually bring my feet in front of his hips. That way I could travel down his leg and isolate the ankle further. If you think about, you know, heel hook, the grip is very different from a straight ankle, and in a straight ankle we want that ankle right in the crook of our arm, but we can't do that if our hips are very close to his. So I have to take my hips away from him to work down the leg, and then from there I can start putting on decent pressure. This is literally the most watchable face God I've ever made. That's not a diss. Is it a compliment to say that to somebody? I think, yeah, that's watching me just flexing my right leg for like the next minute after that takedown. Here's why it sucked. This happened to me a very long time ago at a different gym when I was very, very new. But I had my foot planted, and my opponent stepped around and brought me right over their leg, and my leg couldn't really come up off the ground. Like, all my weight is over this foot, and he's taking and chopping through my knee right now. Again, this isn't criticism of his technique here. Just really sucks for me. So I'm like, yep, I'm gonna go with that one. I mean, he got it. Just like, all right, smash me for a bit while I make sure my leg is still functioning. Cooper, is that supposed to be like an insult to Cole or something? You gotta fire those up a bit more, man. And what did we do? Oh yeah. Once I knew I was fine, going for an arm bar, switch to a head scissor. Yeah, just lay on some strangle pressure. Steven and Andre getting wild here. Let's look at this. Alright, so Steven opting for a body lock pass. So coming in to crowd the butterfly hooks with Andre's back off the ground. This is when you could start setting up your grip behind the back. If Andre's flattened out for whatever reason, you're not really going to be able to set up an effective body lock pass. So Steven doesn't care too much about what Andre's hands are up to around the head. Looking for that jumping pass, which typically works for you, Steven. And then as you cut back around with this omoplata pressure, looking to relieve that. Nice. That was a good scramble from Andre. I think he knew what he had, and he knew he had to get back up and take a top position. Steven just about getting it. Just about gets... Oh, man. So this even locks up the Kimura here. Face plants Andre. It sucks, man. I mean, I don't want to. I see you bridging hard. An extension of your arms may have gotten you the last like inch or two you needed to get him off balance, but that's tough. Flu shot. What's up, man? Thanks for dropping in on the chat. Guy tore your ACL. I assume you're talking about the takedown that was done to me. That makes me feel so much better. And I almost had my ACL torn. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Like, because your leg gets hyperextended, and your ACL is just like right there in the middle of the joint, getting sheared. Yeah. It's a rough one. That's the thing. Max was with us. He started with us a little while ago and then came back and he's a teen, so he's growing exponentially. And I forget that he's like 185 pounds and 6 foot something. It's like, all right, I'll just sit from now on. Getting too old for this. That's the end of that round. Where did Andre? Andre ended up on top after that. Off the turtle. Steven hides the back. Gets the Kimura, or tries to get the Kimura sweep. Okay, got it. John and Ben just having a good wrestling round, it looks like. Cole smashing Olivia. Look at this. Look at this. Violent. Smashing her face. Trying to tear her arm off, dude. Yeah, it's insane. And he's like 16 or something. Fast forward till you do something cool. Oh, finally had a fun round with John. This was like, I feel like this was the first time we've actually gotten to train where I wasn't just like, let's flow because I'm broken. It's like Jackson got taken out there. James and Luke. What's Max on? Max looking to play a little bit of a rear triangle game there. So John was doing a really good job protecting his leg here, but you'll see, just like I said in the last round, when I feel like I'm not getting the heel exposure I want or any real straight ankle threat, I just trust in the grip. I don't have it in a spot where I can extend it. His foot is on the mat anyway, so I'm not going to get any extension. But it's trust in the grip and then work your off balancing. So kind of figure fouring my legs to bite on the leg a little bit. Trying to point my knees in different directions to get him off balance. Thinking about switching to X guard. What did Luke do? Or James. Can't just assume James didn't sub Luke. What did James do? Some hidden trickery here. We got a little cheeky wrist lock or something, or what happens? Some armbar thing. What the hell did he do? Because I can't see what your other arm is. I wonder if he had... I bet he had like... he had your arm probably like wrapped up above the elbow, and then maybe he was pushing your wrist. Oh, it was on your right arm? Oh yeah, well yeah, basically what I'm saying. Yeah, he had that arm up over your elbow. Yeah, I see him getting the extension on it now. What a jerk. Flu shot, how long have you been training, man? this is... John and I look like we're breakdancing here. This is interesting. So I'm here. I'm in an X guard of sorts. Yeah, just a regular X guard. John starts to turn out of it. This grip on the knee is the only thing keeping him from running out of this right now. So a little downward force to the knee. I'm back to outside Ashi. Trying to take it over. He rolls through. Just misses kind of knee bar range, right? You'd see right here, if I had that leg extended, John might be in a little bit of trouble, but he's able to continue his turn. And right here, even though he's flat on his butt, not the best place to be. He's out of a knee bar threat. And now is looking to, probably get back up to his feet, disrupt my grip. Continues to turn. His leg is pretty safe. I don't have anything. I don't even have the best control over it right now. Now as he turns in, he puts himself into 50-50. Baker, avert your eyes if you're squeamish still. But this is where we saw Baker's knee make a sound last week. It wasn't on the stream, but dangerous spot to be, especially like leaning forward. I personally don't like it either from where I'm at. I don't want to be on my back dealing with this. Kind of, it's 50-50. I'm running my own risk here. So I try to just sit him back down or get ourselves back to a safe position because we're training and this is not for anything important. So willingly getting out of 50-50 because why bother? But catching him with the arm across the body. Little arm drag. Try to keep the back. Right here, so you don't see me climbing the back. I can tell you my intentions are actually briefly I was thinking about a possible lat armbar here, but I was a ways off from that. Otherwise, I'm going to look for a pendulum sweep where I'm going to dig my right arm under his leg and look to sweep him there. Can't remember if I get it or not. Yeah, I think he just gets his arm back. I'm kind of with you, Pinball. I've actually had decent success there with Luke. Like I've tapped Luke probably a handful of times, and more than one of those times was from 50-50 with an inside heel hook. So it's just a tricky spot. Like you really have to you have to focus on your hip position first. Like I try to get my hips outside and kind of so I'm facing across them. Sorry, I was going back looking at this while I talked. And then from there, untangling the legs is a bit of trouble. But man, it can go so bad in 1 second if you just have any lapse of judgment on your own leg lock defense. Double octopus. I have to see this. Looking here. Now James initiates it. I was going to be surprised if Luke was the one who did. Yeah. If I remember correctly from watching that Craig Jones instructional about this, that's the one thing you have to worry about is that big step over the legs that Luke is doing here. To gather up the legs, it starts to shut it down. And I think it was taught in context of when you've executed yours and you get the sweep, you need to immediately try to shut down their attempt because it is in itself kind of a 50-50 position. But Luke, a little bit more nimble. He doesn't let us do it to him anymore. I got it on him once, and I think that was the only time. Cole getting his neck broken by Jackson. Love it. Cole about to commit a crime. Waiver or no waiver, I think that would still be illegal. What did Danny and Andrew, how did they end? Ooh, Andrew's got a deep strangle. Maybe? Oh, I guess they hit the wall and they're relocating? I don't know. Jackson does talk a lot of smack for a kid. Gotta be careful. You're gonna slap Cooper. He's gonna be like, wow, actually, dude, actually. There, I finally hit a pendulum sweep. Let's see how I get there. Okay, so working from seated guard, hit an arm drag here, get the back exposure. John tries to roll through, and I don't dislike that as a strategy. Like part of wrestling is being able to control your opponents, especially at the hips, and like slow down these sorts of movements. So many of the things I see John do involve that, where he like quickly will roll or re-roll or just stay super dynamic, and it gets him safe a lot. So that's what we see him going for here. He tries to roll through it, but he gives me his back when he does that. I want to keep that as best I can. So I start to shut it down. I only get a leg in here, so I'm playing kind of a high ball ride position, focusing on my upper body grip. You guys know that I trust in my upper body grips a lot when my legs aren't as secure. So if he starts to get out of this, I know I can get this back, or I'm confident I can. I don't always do it. But here, we get to that same position. He's rolled up, but I have both of his arms in front of me, you know, on the same side of my center line, basically. I'm at a pretty good angle. My hips are a little elevated. I dig on the leg here. And I mean, this is a wide base with nothing in this direction. So that's where the pendulum sweep comes in. But again, just super quick. Like, John never stops moving unless you force him to stop moving. Hit another pendulum and end up on the back this time as he tries to roll out from the armbar. And notice I don't take him backwards over his legs in this direction. We fall to the side, so he goes in this direction over his knee. I don't want to hyperextend his legs and hurt him. Amy and Victoria having a good little roll here. Love it. Joe, are you asking if we've met Coop's dad? I think a number of us have, mostly due to our orthopedic needs. Oh, or are you talking about... Oh, you're talking about Andrew. Yeah, number one smack talker. He's quiet about it, though. He just hits you with the gems out of nowhere. Every time he can't lock his guard around me, and he knows he's calling me. You little tough. Coop throwing some heat right now. Yeah, one last good rolling escape from John here, which really just highlights how much I need to work on my control in the final stages of these submissions. So going around there, this is just a really well executed hitchhiker escape. You guys, if you're curious about armbar escapes, you could take note on this one. Watch John's movement. It has nothing, like, I don't break his grip here. He voluntarily releases his grip and times his motion around it. So sends the arm and rolls. Like, that's how a hitchhiker or a rolling armbar escape is supposed to work. You do it on your terms. Big turn. He's getting his head out from underneath my legs. And right here, he's totally safe. His elbow's pointing away from my hips. I have nothing at this point. If I could roll with him at the same speed, I could like retain it. But I wasn't chasing that down. See, I'm like super late on it. And we just call it there. Or no, do we? Oh yeah, we had 20 seconds left. Try to peel a leg out, it looks like. No need to rip a leg at the end of the round. How else did this go? We got Danny and Andrew up there. Looks like Danny's working a guard pass right now. Steven, who are you smashing? Jordan? Put some pressure on a white belt. And he grunted fairly. I asked him what the fuck. He just said, he grunted, Jenny Craig. I mean, I don't think he must not be a young guy, because I don't think Jenny Craig exists anymore. He's got to be around our age. That's hilarious. That's pertinent information, Jordan. Thank you for sharing. I'm definitely gonna grunt that next time Cole goes knee on belly on me, or Caleb. We're basically the same size. Dang, Andre. We're gonna go back and look at this one. Yeah, right? Sits, elevates. Spins to that leg. Okay. Gets a good extension on it. Yeah, if Cole spins any more to his right, he's gonna put his knee in a spot where he could be knee barred. Here he's a little safe. Heel is exposed right now. This is getting dangerous, but Andre doesn't have the grip he needs. Now he's getting there. Cole working a bit of a counter. Damn, son. Okay, yeah, so getting... He locks... What kind of grip does he use here? Using a... cross-side, right? I mean, he's basically almost in 50-50. He has Cole's leg across. Getting a nice little twist and a bend on that. That was slick, Andre. All the old heads in the chat, update the heaviest man in the chat on who Jenny Craig is or was, or yeah, it was a popular weight loss program. Jenny Craig was, I don't know, some lady, but yeah, her weight loss program was the Jenny Craig program that was popular back in, I don't know, the 90s. Mid-90s, maybe into the 2000s. Joe has the commercials rooted deep in his memory. All the mid 30-year-olds. Is she? I mean, I don't watch daytime television, so I haven't heard that name in a long time. That was back when I was watching, you know, Sally Jesse Raphael and Jerry Springer and Jenny Jones, Ricky Lake. Who else? Maury. such trash television. Good to know it's gotten so much better. Yeah. Of course, the company, yeah. The name is just synonymous with the company for me. Let's see. How did Andre make his way back to Mount? Looking for a scissor sweep, possibly. Gets a double butterfly sweep instead. Okay. Cole looks like he's waiting a little bit before working an escape here. Still around. Is it not dead yet? Maybe. Rock. Ricky Lake was your girl. I was more of a Jenny Jones guy. I think I just pulled with Andrew. We end up in a leg entanglement. Oh, again, more 50-50. I was looking around for you, Joe. I didn't know if you would see this or not. I was trying to make eye contact. Max, okay. Again, Max looks like he's really taking a liking to this rear triangle position. Oprah. I was not an Oprah fan. Tacklement? I don't think I said that. I'm not going to go back and listen to verify. Yeah, right. This is how I know we've arrived on Twitch when we're talking about anything other than what is on screen. Someone's going to start asking if I'd rather fight one horse-sized duck or 1,000 duck-sized horses. Some classic internet commentary. Yeah. Caleb may have been onto something. I'm just gonna time out everybody. I could do an emote only chat, or I could make a money grab and do a subscriber only chat. But that wouldn't be nearly as fun. Been really looking for a guard pass here, and Danny's shutting it down with some excellent contact up top. So I like how Ben was already past. Danny reguards. Ben is trying to do a lot to control and redirect the legs. This heavy sit-by, but look at this. Danny gets his just one connection with his hand right into the shoulder, and it's enough to delay Ben a bit as Danny gets that leg back over. That allows him to get his second knee back in. And Ben's back to square one. He switches back to the other side. Danny only retains his guard here because of this upper body control, right? And a bit of off balancing. Oh, but Ben eventually gets his way past. Made you earn it, man. That's really good. I would never say leg attacklement. That makes no sense. I only speak perfectly. I enunciate perfectly, even with Invisalign in. What was I onto? Moderators. I think you were the one who initially brought that up, right? Coop almost getting an arm drag on Luke. Coop, this could work really well for you, man. I like this. Luke. Unfazed, but it's the right idea. Peters was going over something with me the other day. He saw off the arm drag. So you're doing, I would say you're kind of like doing a traditional, you're hitting the arm drag on the traditional side. A lot of people pull away from this. You can just as easily arm drag this if they yank that out. I don't want to get too far into it here because there's just like a little like hip positioning that you have to add in. It would be better if this was actually a good example of it. But yeah, arm drag from a seated position is awesome. That's how I exposed John's back on the last match, I think, with one. which is no easy feat. Steven with the knee bar on Justin. Good spin around knee bar here. I like how much you're controlling the hips. Like you have a full body lock grip, it seems like, on the hips. Justin's having a hard time getting away. How'd you make that switch? Alright, so you take... Okay, I see. Yeah, the only downside to this one, Steven, is just since you're not in half guard, you don't really have like an immediate leg isolation. This woman singing, moaning over the stream, Jesus Christ. This music is garbage sometimes. I'm just gonna go back to the old Spotify playlist, make you guys listen to it forever. Yeah, so you have both legs up the middle here. You get the isolation you need, it looks like, but that's the coming from that body lock grip. That's the only downside I could see in that transition. Trying to set up the ape. Oh, you were looking for a reverse closed guard. Yeah. Shut up, Jordan. You complained the most about it. You're not allowed to have feelings about the old playlist. I refuse. I'm gonna put you in timeout. I'm gonna have our moderator put you in timeout. Oh, Cole may have had something there right at the end. I feel like I've missed this entire round talking about fucking talk shows. Pardon my language. Sorry, looking at Andre here, trying to hit another double butterfly. Cole makes a good adjustment there, though. Sneaks the knee right up the middle. There's kind of a little bit of a hip switch I see Cole doing here. It's not a drastic one as you often see in these positions, but it, like right here, kind of gets him loaded up on one leg, but he can make his way up the middle, get rid of one butterfly grip, and then with some downward pressure, start to settle in. The last lagging knee here, Cole, if you want, recall that float passing stuff. Remember way back when at that Gordon and Gary seminar we went to, where we started seeing that. This is where you can take your foot here, pull your heel to your butt, and try to find his shoelaces with your shoelaces. Go, ankle to ankle. And then you just kind of lift your hips a little bit, extend your leg to make his leg extend, and then settle into mount. This is a really, really good time to use that. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about and you don't remember, remind me, because I really like using that stuff. Smother. Did you get... Oh, you did get a smother tap. Okay. Damn, so you got the smother with that knee in? Oh, no, okay. He pulls the knee out, and then you can lay into it. Nice. I totally missed that. And then here, end of the round. There we go. Okay, shit. We had I don't think we saw Eric much on the stream yet. He's one of our newer students. I didn't know where he was hiding today. Olivia getting her baptism by fire with Luke. Luke with a heavy reap. What a jerk. Got Aries and Jordan. Oh, and then me and Big Jordan. This was fun. Get murdered for a round. Just utterly steamrolled. I don't want to play this game with Max anymore after that day. Good movement from Aries to prevent Jordan from getting what he loves to do. Hit that roll from bottom side control or bottom north-south. Aries started to feel it happening. He circles around to the other side. And I think that didn't work, Jordan, just because you didn't have the typical controlling grips over the shoulder line. So Aries was able to rotate out of that. Really trying to guillotine Jordan here myself. Do not get it though. He smashes through. So Andre making his way to mount on Eric. Aries on the straight ankle. Can he get it? Oh, Jordan, don't go belly down, my man. And Aries, if he does go belly down, keep it there. All right, so again, I'm going to say it just because you guys are not tired of hearing it yet. Hand to chin position, super duper important here. Aries is straightening out, but not really taking his hands with him. With this position, if your opponent goes belly down, splay your legs wide, like splay your knees out wide. Trust your Achilles grip. You can keep it one-handed. I like to use my other hand that isn't on the grip. I'll plant to the mat. I'll push myself up. I arch my back really hard into it, and it's a nasty, nasty straight ankle. You have all the room to expand, and he has like nowhere to go. So belly down when you're going on an Achilles lock is a gift. Stripped his foot. Were you not safe? Let's see. I may have missed it. Are you talking about that? Yeah, no, I don't think you're safe enough there. Because there are, like, let's ignore the belly down thing for a second. There are leg configurations you can do that don't involve that outside leg coming over the hip. Like he could take his inside leg, shoot it behind your hips instead, kind of like a half of an outside ashigarami, and then use that leg that you're pushing. He could just kind of butterfly it from the outside in and really like put on some serious braking pressure there. Going to belly down, nah. Like I still contend that you would be in a lot of trouble here. Stripping that grip though, or stripping that foot. See, when do you do it? So this is kind of a bad spot for you because he has his weight over your free leg, your secondary leg, which typically is a leg you're going to use to like get yourself safe or like move around, plant, stand up. Like all those things are important for it. So it's not a bad thing that you stripped his grip here. You just can't hop over it like you can if you guys were turned in this direction. What would I do here? I think with that stripped, you can now scoot your hips in and start booting and sending the knee in, or I'm sorry, sending the ankle in deeper so that he's not actually on the ankle and attacking it. I'm trying to rupture Jordan's LCL here with that legs only elevator sweep. Trying to gather the leg just to get, that's all I wanted. When I'm telling you guys to trust that Achilles grip, look how hard I'm fighting. I'm not trying to do any sort of submission right now. I'm just trying to get myself in a position where this hand can take an Achilles grip. So I'm gathering, I'm trying to work up the leg. There I send my arm back, just about get it. but I can't quite slip under the leg, and I know I'm about to get my back taken if I mess this up too much. There, I get my Achilles grip. Could start to feel safer. That's the Jordan we know. That works for you, man. That works really well for you. Ooh. Ooh, triangle action. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can't say I've seen Cole get triangled. Oh, this is a no. This is some stupid Steven BS. This is how Steven triangles me when I forget that he likes to do this. Wouldn't really call it a triangle just traditionally if you're being a snob about it. Maybe a TP choke or something like that. So Cole sets up his double underhook sweep on the legs, which I actually tried to do. When did I do that to you, Steven? Tuesday? Was it Tuesday? I think you got me with this on Tuesday. From like the same exact setup. I like how you split your own legs here with your grip. Like you hug only one leg in, so you're actually not strangling him with that leg, are you? You're strangling him with the arm. And then on Cole's left side, you're using your leg. On Cole's right side, you're using your arm. And then that left leg of yours is putting pressure into the arm. That's fun. The scumbag triangle. Steven has put someone out with a leg choke. Who went out? Yeah, who was that? It's funny, I can remember all the names of all of our active students, but when they go away for like 2 weeks, I forget everybody. Chris, yes. I miss Chris. Victoria and Justin getting after it. What happened with Aries here? Did you get this strangle, Jordan, or? Yeah, you did. Let's see the setup. Looking for the Darce here. You actually got it here. Let's go back a little further. Okay, this is such a good position for this setup. I'm going to be picky here just to save you a step. I don't think that you have to kick your legs out this way to get deeper. I think if I know what you're doing here, and I know where you're doing it because you're trying to send your arm through. I think you can just lower your head to his shoulders and get the same result. Because now you've got to get back to your knees and then turn in the other direction. So it's like kind of a pointless move. Try that. If you remember that, try that. Here you're looking for the finish from the side. You like that. It's the way Luke likes to finish. Gather up the legs. Put the crank on. Nice. Cooper, if you spend any time learning the Scumbag Steven Triangle, you're doing yourself a disservice and you're wasting your limbs. There are short people in your school who would love to have the long enough legs to do triangles from any position like you and Austin can. So do not commit any time to that right now. Maybe later. Or try it out. Look at Andre being a nice training partner here. See the setup. So he gets... Oh, okay, off a sweep. Little, kind of a scissor sweep. Then attacking the Americana, using the defense of the Americana to set up the chair sit back take. pretty standard stuff here. And then instead of the back take, going straight to the armbar. I like that, man. And then giving Eric a chance. Jordan looking for a single leg there, driving through, but not getting it. No, I said that to specifically refer to Steven as a scumbag. Meanwhile, Cole doing Cole things. He's got himself up in the mount, gets the arm isolated. How'd that one end? Ooh, yeah, all right. Little dangerous move from Eric here. This is why it's really, really important to like practice these twisting leg locks before, you know, adding them into your repertoire. This is an Aoki lock. It looks really similar to a straight ankle, but because of that little hip switch that Eric does there, his heel slips out, and then now with that same grip, slight grip variation, but Andre can put on some pressure onto this, which is going to affect his ankle and his knee, right? This is more of a twist. This isn't attacking the Achilles anymore. It's really attacking the knee. So, you know, when you guys are working this stuff, like little moves like that you think are defensively sound can be kind of dangerous and put you in a bad spot. So I'm glad he tapped quickly on that. It didn't look like Andre was going to crank hard or anything, but you got to be careful from that. Careful of that. How did he get to mount? I don't know, dude. I wasn't there. It was your role. You should know. Probably Hitachi swept you. Oh. I see what you did. I see what you did. Well, I mean, it was a valiant effort. The no-gi baseball bat choke, which, again, more scumbaggery that Steven likes to pull out. I think you got this on me once, and I said never again. But it works really well for you. Says Cole. I need to commit to memory, like, the grip here. So you invert your left arm, like your left grip. I just never did fail. I guess I mean, whatever way you go, you can only really turn in a direction. Like, if you turn the wrong direction, that lock doesn't work. So I guess it makes sense. Whatever arm you throw the elbow under, you just kind of keep turning with it. You did a baseball bat choke? Or asked a question about yourself to show off? Because I believe that. There's the... Okay, we're back. Thank you for pointing that out, Steven. I don't need you learning baseball bat strangles, man. Your grip is already hard enough to break. You should do gi. Did you train gi, Jordan, back when we used to do it? It's so long ago, I can't even remember. Another armbar. I don't think Eric knew what he signed up for when he slap bumped with Andre. I am very happy to see you putting that Americana back take threat to work in its traditional way and it with some variation, Andre. That's awesome. Play that game, man. Twice a month. Ghee is purified butter, I think. Common in Indian food. Oh, that's the only ghee I know. All right. Big Jordan and Andre. James and Steven. Around here. Remind me so I don't forget. I'd like to see it. Jordan shooting the single, almost getting like almost like a fireman carry finish, just the way Andrew starts to fall here. You could, Jordan, you could like kind of dump your head low and just let, it might be hard because you don't have Andrew's left arm captured, but you see what I'm saying with the fireman carry. That could be just something to transition to there. Careful with your knee, Andre. You're gonna hurt my feelings if you hurt yourself. That's why I hate rubber guard. Jordan's saying nice and composed. Good job gobbling up that leg. Gets his knee into the hip. Oh, Aries making a tactical gamble here. Switching for a single head on the outside. But Danny's, his head isn't between Danny's arm and his body. So it's not an immediate guillotine threat. You see he kind of runs the pipe there to put him down. But now Danny's got back exposure. So that's where the possible error came in, I would say. What are you doing right now? Where is you? Oh, you're chilling, dude. Chillin' Garami, bro. Andre's gotten his knee back out now. Settling back to close guard. So remember, Jordan, this is not where you want to be body locking. You want to be standing. You're not going to pass. You're not going to do body lock passes if someone has their legs closed around you. Looks like you got the message. But I like how Andre is bugging Jordan a little too much for Jordan to feel comfortable to work standing guard breaks. Like he keeps bothering him, keeps him off balance, and can start playing an open guard game. Steven throwing James into the peanut gallery. Same person, one with hair. It would be, Cole, it would be fun to put Andre in a gi, just because. Problem is, once he starts figuring out those grips. Bye, Caleb. Love you. Thanks for tuning in, bud. Yeah, once Andre got used to the grips, that would be not fun. Jordan with gets the submission here. Nice, okay. So didn't have to dismount from the Katagatame, but he sets it up from cross side, works his way to mount. He knows he's got to get over. I'm curious if Andre was just like, yeah, I'm not getting out of this, or if maybe that was on his jaw. It looked like the way he opened his mouth up. Yeah, heckling from the side. It's not where I'd like to be, but I'm really good at it when I have to do it. I mean, props for even coming out, man. Doing what you can. it's important that lower belts see all the guys doing that who get injured. Nothing, I don't know. I always think it's a waste when you get injured and you stop coming to class. If you really, really love the sport, like if you're really into it, there's no reason to not keep coming. I was there with a sling when my arm was broken, showing you guys stuff. And it just gives me an opportunity to watch, listen, learn, coach, whatever. Andre getting his revenge armbar here through all sorts of angles. Works the guard pass. And then, yeah, the only thing I hate about this is this knee position. It's scary. Don't like it. But he keeps himself safe. This knee is in a great position. It's pretty low. This is going to be, or I'm sorry, fairly high. Like it's by the ear. It's going to be hard for Jordan to just rip out of this. Could be easier now. He's starting to get that extended a bit, but Andre stays through on the angle. That was great. That's one of the hardest skills with arm bars is attacking through all angles of that move. He tried here. Let's see. Take it you guys were standing, Jordan. Oh, it wasn't. This is through the armbar. There we go. Yeah, just do steroids, Joe. I am scared with how quick Andre is finding himself in these leg positions. I see you. I see you. I'm curious if Andrew would have eventually tapped to that. So Jordan opts to stand. This is the danger of a square stance against a seated opponent, or one of the dangers. Great connection. Hip scoot in. This is pretty textbook. Comes up to a Rimiyashi. Jordan is trying to keep that leg safe. I don't think Andre has, like, he definitely doesn't have an Achilles grip. So if Jordan can just kind of outlast this, not get put off to his left leg too much, he could stay safe. James and Steven, did they have any? Like they just beat each other up. James almost getting to the back here. Right at the end. Short choke maybe? No. Nice. Good hip icing from Steven to get out. Max and Andre. Cooper and Danny. All right, Max, you've got to start getting a bit more courageous with putting your foot up the middle. You're kind of just standing in this close range where Andre has a lot he can do. I want to see that foot crowding one hip or the other. Me and Amy get a roll. Cole and James, all right. Cooper getting around the guard. Cooper, when you can arm triangle Danny, I'll give you a stripe or something. Or a high five. Not saying you shouldn't try. Danny's just very good at doing them and defending them. So you're on that wrong way triangle again. All right. I see you looking or thinking about the Kimura. Now you switch to the regular triangle. There you go. Nice. Yeah, so I don't train with James anymore. He's too strong. He beats me up. Now his technique actually has like, or his strength has technique to go with it. It's a nightmare. That's not true, James. I'll roll with you whenever you want. I remember the days at this school where I could get a roll in with everybody at an open mat. And then maybe double up on one or two people. And now it's impossible. Makes me happy. James coming out the back. Cole looking to take the back. Hoop on another triangle attempt. Almost. Danny gets himself out of it. I'm already trying to replace him with Darcy, so might as well learn to arm triangle him at the same time. Yeah, dude. 100%. I'm all for it. Nice friendly trip off this single leg. Andre coming up. How do you come up with that leg? Let's see. Nice little ankle pick. Picks it up, puts it in his pocket. Steps inside. Max's life flashes before his eyes. Good work, Andre. It's because James knows better. And is bigger than Danny. So it's not as easy to turn him over like it was with Danny. Oh, Max. It was promising, but this is, again, another case of not driving through on that. Now, Andre's going to be hard to move. But, yeah, once he got over you and was able to pressure forward, you're not coming up with that leg. This be... I don't like seeing you guys jumping into anything. This is kind of funny watching in slow motion, but be super careful with this, Andre. As soon as you guys leave the ground, you have no say in where your body goes, and that can be a really dangerous thing. What the hell happened? James and Cole. James escapes by getting the strangle arm off his neck and over his head. Did he punch you? Is that what happened? No. That was Cole cramping. Cole gets a cramp. Oh, you sweat me. I got a cramp now. Yeah, Max. Andre is a little too close for you to start wrestling up like this, leading with your head. You know, there's a reason we do that technical lift up in the warm up, and occasionally we make you guys drill this just when it's been a while. But you just came up and gave him your head and neck, so you got to really be careful with that, man. Also, just like I talked to you guys when you're trying to pass, you need to make connection. You got to do the same in a seated guard too, which Max wasn't doing much of there. Oh my god, it's 9:45 already. I'm gonna speed this up. Landed on your knee weird. Okay. Let's get to the highlights. Jordan Pools, it looks like. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe he didn't have a choice there. Nothing to see. I'll be the judge of that. What would you guys think of watching professional matches and breaking them down? Us, you know, Mike and I breaking them down on stream. I meant to ask about that. I think we could get away with it with fair use. But it would just mean one of the stream days would be open mat and the other stream day would be like watching professional matches. And most likely older ones, because we're not going to get in trouble with Flow Grappling and being like, hey, this happened just yesterday, let's watch it on our stream. Like maybe we could pick like look at like, you know, 3 or 4 of Marcelo Garcia's matches or something, or you know, stuff like that. Okay, Jordan's out. Jordan gets doubled at the same time. Almost gets the reroll. Is that when you were born, Coop? That was when you were born, wasn't it? Damn, it's disgusting. I was almost done with college. I'm gonna put you in timeout if you keep talking like that. Make me feel old. Jordan on a reverse triangle here, or more of a side triangle, but from a belly down position. It's interesting. I know. It's more, see, it's gonna be for those who like jujitsu, right? Not just themselves. Yeah. Max kind of puts himself there. That's a tough spot to navigate. I doubt he's been in a position similar to that. Yeah, Coop, shut up. You're making everybody feel old. Jesus. That's my first vasectomy. Max working to his own armbar now, but not getting the position he needs as Jordan squares back up. What are you doing, Jordan? Get out of there. Now you notice other Jordan, Big Jordan, isn't working a standing guard break just yet, but look how much he's trying to pressure the knees, which he can get away with, right? You can give this a shot. This is, you know, late in the game. You know, Max might be feeling a little tired. Jordan might be feeling a little tired, but breaking that guard open happens with pressure at the knees. That's the big takeaway here. You can also, I mean, there are log splitter passes too and all that, but I find the easiest mechanical way to open up the ankles is to pressure at the knees. Good. What happened there? Gets his hips out, works up around the back. Don't let me rest, and then you're like, yeah, just take my back and strangle me. Max looking to hit a strangle, but Jordan makes his way around to the side. Ooh, Jordan practices his Kimura trap. Doesn't get it to the back, but gets to, almost gets to the armbar. Looks like he's letting Max work out of it. Putting some simple principles to work there, keeping Jordan's legs pointed in the direction opposite that he wants to pass to. Good work, Max. James getting on Cooper's back, making Cooper wish he didn't ask him to roll. What happened there? All right, Max gets to an Americana. Nice, good stuff. Good stuff. I think we can end it there. Awesome. Oh, mic's still up. Oh, he asked you? Okay. Way to make James sound thirsty. Cool. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you all learned something tonight. There's a lot of great rolling. Really, really good active Saturday, which we always love to see. Thanks for the very entertaining chat. Flu Shot, thank you for dropping in. Hope to hear from you soon. And yeah, let's see. We've got, like I said, Close Guard starting next week. So we're starting to cycle over again. Back to Close Guard for the next 2 weeks. June 22nd, 2 Saturdays from now, a bunch of your teammates are going to go compete. So make sure, if you can, you go out, support, watch, help them train, all that good stuff. Just don't injure them, as has happened twice already. Yeah, you should. Cole needs a pacer. What you can do is go to Chick-fil-A first, get a sandwich, but then run faster than him and make him chase you down. And that can, like, that'll spur him to you know, up his pace. Putting up with us. I love you guys. It's never putting up. Really appreciate the chat. It's always fun. Anyway, yeah, Naga, Hickory, be there, or help your opponents train, or be square. What else? I think let's see. I'll be teaching Tuesday if you guys want to come out to that. So if you guys want some help with your Close Guard, come out to Tuesday's class. I will do what I can. I think other than that, we're good. Follow us here if you're lurking. If you haven't yet, we always love the support. Subscribe if you can. That helps the chat out more than or helps the channel out more than anything. Subscribe at YouTube as well, where you guys can rewatch this. Let me know if you guys want to see other footage from like pros and all that stuff. I think we could figure something out. So, but I need your feedback. And other than that, yeah, we will be back on Wednesday. So go trim your nails, go do your laundry. Do not be stinky. And we will see you back on the mats. Take it easy.